What if I told you that right now, as you're watching this, there is an invisible hand reaching into your life, taking things from you while you sleep? I'm not talking about your car keys or a few dollars. I'm talking about your peace, your joy, your marriage, even the very spark in your eyes. I know this because I used to be the one on the other side. I was the one who knew how to reach into the spirit realm and pull the strings. I spent years in the deep shadows. I knew the rituals, I knew the names, and I knew how to take what didn't belong to me. But today I'm here to tell you how to take it all back. Every single bit. Have you ever felt like you're walking through a thick, heavy fog? Like no matter how hard you work, your bank account always ends up at zero. Or maybe your family was fine yesterday, but today nobody is speaking to each other. You think it's just bad luck. You think it's just the way life is. But let me ask you something. Does it feel natural? Or does it feel like something is working against you? Deep down, in that quiet place in your gut, you feel the leak, you feel the theft. You're being robbed in broad daylight, and you don't even know who the thief is. I remember a night. It was cold. The air in my room felt like ice. I was sitting there, surrounded by the things I thought gave me power, but I was empty. I had helped people win by making others lose. I saw how easy it was to place a block on someone's destiny. A simple word, a specific frequency, and suddenly, a person who was supposed to be a leader becomes a beggar. I saw the collectors in the spirit realm, the entities that feast on your wasted years. And then I met the light. It didn't just walk in, it shattered my world. I realized I was a slave to the very shadows I thought I commanded. I had to learn the hard way that there is a higher law, a law that can undo every curse, every hex, and every spiritual theft. When I came out of that world, I was stripped bare. The enemy didn't want me to leave. He tried to claim legal ground on my life. He said, I own her health, I own her mind, I own her future. And for a while, it looked like he was right. My life was a wreck. But then, I discovered the technology of the Psalms. You think they're just poems? You think they're just nice songs for church? No, they are frequencies. They are legal documents in the spirit realm that the enemy must obey. I started using 4 specific Psalms, and things began to move. Things that had been frozen for years started to melt. You need to listen very carefully now. The spirit realm is not about who is nicer, it is about authority. If someone steals your car, you don't just sit on the porch and cry. You call the police. You use the law. These 4 Psalms are your spiritual police. They are your warrant for arrest. They are the keys to the warehouse where the enemy has been hiding your stuff. Are you ready? Because the thief is listening, and he is terrified that you are about to find out the truth. The first thing the enemy steals is your asterisk identity. If he can make you forget who you are, he can make you live like a slave in your own kingdom. I used to watch people wander around like zombies, totally disconnected from their purpose. They had no weight in the spirit. To fix this, you have to use the Psalm of the Fortress. You have to remind the atmosphere that you are under the protection of the Most High. When you speak these words, you're not asking for permission to exist. You're declaring that you are untouchable. You are setting up a perimeter. Can you feel the shift when you decide you're no longer a victim? The second thing he steals is your asterisk supply. I'm talking about your resources, your health, your time. In the occult, we would look for leaks in people's lives. A little bit of fear here, a little bit of greed there, and we could drain them dry. Most of you are working for a bag with holes. You make money, and it disappears into emergencies. That is a marine spirit of theft. You need the psalm of the shepherd, but not the way you've heard it before. You need to use it as a weapon of restoration. You need to command the green pastures to appear where there is currently a desert. You have to tell the table to be prepared right in front of the very things that are trying to starve you. Do you have the courage to eat while the enemy is watching? The third thing he steals is your asterisk voice. If he can keep you silent, he can keep you bound. I remember when I couldn't even pray. My tongue felt like lead. My mind would wander to dark places. This is the spirit of the python. It wraps around your neck and squeezes the breath out of you. You need the psalm of the open gate. This is the frequency that breaks the chains of your throat. It calls on the host of heaven to move on your behalf. When you use this, you are no longer fighting alone. You are calling in the heavy artillery. Why would you fight a war with a butter knife when you have the lightning of God at your disposal? And the fourth thing, the most precious thing, is your astra's peace. If you don't have peace, you can't hear the divine. You're just a ball of nerves, easily manipulated. I used to love targeting people's sleep. If I could get them to stay awake with night terrors or racing thoughts, I could break them in 3 days. To get your peace back, you need the Psalm of the Night Watch. This is the one that tells the shadows that the light is on guard. It creates a bubble of stillness around your bed. It tells the terror by night that it has no legal right to your mind. Can you imagine finally closing your eyes and knowing that you are truly safe? You've been playing nice for too long. You've been hoping things will get better. But hope is not a strategy in a war. You have to be aggressive. You have to be relentless. I used to spend hours in the dark, chanting to take things away. Now I spend my time in the light, using the word to take them back. And it works. It works better than any ritual I ever performed. Why? Because the truth is more dense than a lie. Light is more powerful than shadow. It's simple physics. Think about your life right now. What is missing? Is it your son, your daughter? Is it your physical strength? Is it the dream you had 10 years ago that someone told you was stupid? That dream wasn't stupid. It was stolen, it was intercepted. But today, the interception ends. You are going to go into the spirit realm with these four Psalms, and you are going to demand a sevenfold return. That is the law. If a thief is caught, he must pay back 7 times what he took. Do the math. If you've lost 10 years, you are owed 70. If you've lost $1,000, you are owed 7,000. Don't let the enemy whisper to you that it's too late. That is his favorite lie. He wants you to think the clock has run out. But I'm telling you, as someone who has seen the other side, time is a tool, not a master. The divine can collapse time. He can bring the harvest of 10 years into a single day. I've seen it happen. I've lived it. My own life is a walking, breathing miracle of restoration. I should be dead. I should be insane. But I am here speaking to you because the Psalms are real. The power is real. Are you ready to stop being a target? Are you ready to put on your armor and take back your territory? You have to be consistent. You can't just say these words once and go back to watching the news. You have to saturate your atmosphere with them. You have to speak them until the walls of your house vibrate. You have to speak them until the demons in your neighborhood realize that a new general has moved into the area. They will try to test you. They will try to see if you're serious. They'll bring a small storm to see if you'll run back to your old ways. Don't move. Stay on the rock. I want you to imagine a warehouse. Inside that warehouse are boxes with your name on them. One box says health, one says purpose, one says joy. There is a guard at the door and he's holding a key. That guard is the enemy. But you have a higher authority. You have the word. When you speak these psalms, you are walking up to that warehouse, taking the key and opening the door. You are taking your boxes back one by one. You aren't asking, you are reclaiming. What would your life look like tomorrow if everything that was stolen was returned? What would your face look like if the heaviness was gone? You'd look younger, wouldn't you? You'd breathe easier. Your heart wouldn't feel like it's being squeezed by a cold hand. That life is possible. It's not just for special people, it's for anyone who is tired of being robbed, anyone who is willing to stand up and say, enough. You need to write these Psalms down. You need to keep them in your pocket. You need to read them over your children while they sleep. You need to speak them over your bank account. You need to whisper them when you're standing in line at the grocery store. This is how you change your frequency. You move from the frequency of the hunted to the frequency of the hunter. The enemy becomes the one who is afraid. He starts looking for a softer target because you have become too much work. You have become spiritually expensive. I know what it's like to be in the dark. I know the terror. I know the feeling of being watched by things you can't see, but I also know the absolute crushing weight of the glory of God. I know that at the sound of his name and the sound of his word, every single shadow must bow, not might bow, must. It is a law, and you are the one who has to enforce it. No one is going to do it for you. Your pastor can't do it for you. Your mother can't do it for you. You have to pick up the sword yourself. Are you feeling that fire in your chest right now? That's not just an emotion. That is your spirit waking up. That is your warrior recognizing the call to arms. The thief has had his fun. He's enjoyed your tears for long enough. It's time to make him vomit up everything he swallowed. It's time for the ex-witch to tell you that the power of the enemy is a joke compared to the power of a believer who knows their legal rights. I'm going to tell you exactly which Psalms to use. I'm going to tell you how to pray them so that the spirit realm hears you. But first, you have to make a decision. You have to decide that you are done with the victim story. You have to decide that you are an overcomer. The spirit world is watching you right now. They are waiting to see what you do next. Will you click away and forget? Or will you take the keys and go to the warehouse? Listen to the sound of my voice. I have been where you are. I have been lower than you can imagine. I have felt the breath of the abyss on my neck. And yet, I am standing here. I am whole. I am restored. If it happened for me, a person who was actively serving the dark, how much more will it happen for you? The light is waiting for you to step into it. The warehouse is open. Your name is on the boxes. Now, take a deep breath. Can you feel the atmosphere changing? The fog is starting to lift. The thief is starting to pack his bags. He knows he's been caught. He knows the ex-witch is giving away the secrets. He's trying to distract you right now. Maybe a notification popped up on your phone, or someone is calling your name in the other room. Ignore it. Stay with me for just a few more minutes. This is the moment your restoration begins. We are going to go through these 4 Psalms. We are going to unlock the doors. We are going to call back the years the locusts have eaten. We are going to speak to the dry bones and tell them to live. This is your testimony in the making. 1 year from now, you're going to look back at this moment as the day everything changed, the day you stopped being a target and started being a terror to the kingdom of darkness. You have the authority, you have the word, you have the legal ground. Now, let's go get your stuff back. The warehouse is waiting, the enemy is trembling, and the light is already moving. It's time to be restored. It's time to be unstoppable. It's time to show the world that what the enemy stole, the divine returns with interest. Don't just watch this video. Experience it. Let these words soak into your bones. If you felt something shift today, I want you to comment, I reclaim everything below. Declare it. Let the spirit realm see your signature on that legal document. And if you know someone else who is being robbed, someone whose joy has been taken, send this to them. Be the one who helps them find their keys. We are in this together. The shadows are losing, and the light is winning every single time. Share this with someone who is struggling, someone who feels like they've lost too much. Subscribe to stay in this frequency of power. Don't let the enemy isolate you again. Stay in the light, stay in the word, and remember, the thief is only powerful if you don't know the law. Now you know. Go take it all back. I want you to understand that the spirit world doesn't care about your intentions. It cares about your alignment. When I was deep in the craft, we didn't care if a person was a good person or a nice neighbor. If they didn't have a spiritual covering, they were fair game. Most of you are trying to be good when you need to be authorized. You need to stop asking the enemy to leave and start commanding him to go. There is a huge difference between a request and an order. These psalms are orders from the highest court. When you speak Psalm 91, you aren't just saying nice words about a fortress. You are literally pulling a shield over your head that is made of the very substance of truth. I've seen entities try to strike a person who was saturated in that psalm, and it was like they were hitting a wall of electric fire. They couldn't get through. They had to back off. They hate that psalm because it reminds them of their limitations. It reminds them that there are some people they simply cannot touch. And what about your children? The enemy loves to steal the peace of the next generation. He wants them anxious, depressed, and disconnected. I used to see how simple spiritual darts could be thrown at a child's mind while they were playing or sleeping. But when a parent stands up and uses Psalm 23 over that child, it's like pouring oil over them. Nothing can stick. The shadow of the valley of death becomes just that, a shadow. A shadow can't hurt you, it just tries to scare you. You have to teach your children that they are not prey. You have to show them how to use their voice. Imagine if you had known these laws when you were 10 years old. Imagine how much time you wouldn't have lost. That's why you have to be the one to break the cycle now. You are the gatekeeper. The third psalm, Psalm 24, is how you reclaim your territory. The earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof. That includes your house. That includes your business. That includes your physical body. If the enemy is camping out in your health or your home, he is a squatter. He is staying on property that doesn't belong to him. When you speak Psalm 24, you are telling the ancient gates of your life to lift up. You are making room for the King of glory to come in. And when the King comes in, the thief has to run out the back door. He can't stay in the same room as that kind of radiance. It's too uncomfortable for him. He thrives in the dark, in the hidden places of your shame and your fear. When you open the gates, the light floods in and he is exposed. Lastly, Psalm 121 is your constant guard. He who keeps you will not slumber. The enemy waits for you to be tired. He waits for you to be distracted. But the law says that your protector never sleeps. You can rest. You can actually close your eyes and let go of the control you've been white knuckling for years. This is the ultimate slap in the face to the kingdom of darkness, a believer who is sleeping soundly in the middle of a storm. It proves that you trust the law more than you fear the waves. This is how you become truly unstoppable. You stop reacting to the thief and start responding to the source. You stop looking at what was stolen and start looking at the sevenfold return that is legally yours. The warehouse is open. The keys are in your hand. The ex-witch is telling you. The shadows are terrified of what you're about to do. Go and take it all back. Every single thing.